Hi everyone, I know it's been a really long time since I've uploaded to my YouTube channel, and that is why I decided that since it is Pride Month, I wanted to make a YouTube video resembling the colors of the rainbow. And if you want to learn and know exactly how I got this makeup look, please keep watching. First thing we'll be applying is my Maybelline concealer in shade 20. This is completely optional. You don't necessarily have to do it. I just like to go in before I start doing the rest of my makeup and clean up my eyebrows. That way once I finish my eyeshadow, I don't have to go back and probably mess anything up. From there, we are blending this concealer, making sure that we get it all over our eyelids, that way we have no harsh lines. At this point, we will be applying a lighter concealer shade. This is the same brand, Maybelline, except it is in shade 10. We are using a very white base, that way our eyeshadows can pop once we start applying them. The eyeshadow palette that we are using for this look is the James Charles x Morphe palette. I took this yellow shade from the palette and I started applying it to the upper portion of my eyelid, trying to get it as closely to my eyebrow as possible. Now you can tell that it is not applying as well as it should be, and that is because I forgot to put on eyeshadow primer. So later on in the video you will see that this entire eye is completely wiped off again. I just decided to start all over again because I did not like how everything was applying. So I put on eyeshadow primer, I made sure to follow the same steps, and everything turned out great. After that yellow shade, we're taking this light orange shade, and right here you can tell the most how badly your eyeshadow will apply if you forget to put on eyeshadow primer. Like, it was not showing up at all. The second shade is a much darker orange, and that one was showing up just a little bit, and it completely messed up my look for a while. So that is why I wiped everything off right here, as you can see, and started all over again. Using an eyeshadow primer really made a big difference for me. In the beginning, I had to try to scrape up as much color as I possibly could, and after I applied the eyeshadow primer, I hardly had to use any color and everything was sticking perfectly. When using this purple shade, I felt like my camera did it no justice. Honestly, looking back at the video, it looks very muted, but in real life, everything looked very bright and vivid, especially this color. It was the one that stood out the most, honestly. Going back in with my Maybelline concealer in shade 10, I will be cutting out my cut crease, and I will be stopping right before my eye ends, making sure that I fill up my entire eyelid. After I applied the concealer, now I'm just making sure to actually go in with my eyeshadow primer, that way I don't have to wipe it all off and start over again. Now, following that same color scheme, we are placing that all over our eyelids, making sure that it looks somewhat exactly like the upper portion of our eyelids. At this point, I started wiping off the excess makeup that I had towards the end of my eye and all the fallout. I also made sure to clean up that edge. Off camera, I also did my foundation, so you will see me come back with a full face of makeup, and I also did my eyeliner. With one eye being completely done, I'm going to make sure to do that to the other side, making sure that I wipe it off and put eyeshadow primer, that way I have no mistakes. And next, you will see me applying my eyeshadow primer to my lower lash line. That way when I apply eyeshadow, it doesn't go all over the place and it actually sticks, unlike the first time around. This portion of the video does get a little bit harder to see, and that is only because I'm leaning so far forward, and this was only to try to get the fallout not to land on the upper portion of my cheeks. Usually you can use a loose powder to put under and catch all your fallout, but unfortunately I do not have any, and that is why I had to do this. Both eyes are completely done, and now I'll just be curling my eyelashes, applying false lashes, and making sure that I also apply mascara. The mascara that I used is one called the Mascara Revolution. This is all for today's makeup look. The original person who came up with this look was Makeup by Raquel on Instagram. I will be listing her social media handle down below in the description box for all the products and prices that I used today. Just make sure to check out the description box below, and don't forget to subscribe and like.